Hey everyone, welcome back to this is now episode 9 of Brindlewood Bay. I'm Elizabeth. I'm with Open the Gates Gaming, as are a lot of our folks here tonight, and I will be the keeper. This is part 2 of Lies and Dolls, or a very brief tenure. So as a reminder, you can catch part 1. I think it's probably moving off of our video on demand tonight, but you can go over to YouTube to see our older episodes, as well as last week's Pokemon collecting trading card game special, chill, calm little chat episode. Yeah, do y'all want to say hi? We could start with Heather. Do you want to say hi and introduce your character?
Sure, yeah. I'm Heather, she, her, and I am playing Mimi, our bowling, speed walking, very physically adept maven.
Awesome. Dakota, I'm going to give it to you next.
Yeah, I am Dakota. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing the Maven, Ruby Lee. She is, she's great. She sees ghosts sometimes. Yeah, she's having a good time.
Yeah, and she has a mission from the first part of this adventure from the mysterious voice on the answering machine. Do you remember what it is?
Yes, she needs to, on her answering machine, she needs to bring back an ad for a museum that doesn't exist. So, gonna have some fun figuring that out. I have an idea, but we'll see if it comes to fruition.
Love this. I can't wait to see what happens. Gustavo, you want to say hi?
Hi, I'm Gustavo he, him, and I'm playing today Mercedes Walters, who is pretty spectacular, and we've drawn this today. That can't be good. Mercedes is into astrology, the tarot, and a variety of other things. And is a fabulous dresser. I think that's what everybody needs to know. All right.
The most essential details. That and you did not take a sip of the tea that was waiting for you on your nightstand after you woke up from your dream about a tea commercial? No, yeah.
No, I
In the
did not.
commercial, it tasted like despair, so that might have been for the best. Quick reminder, players, make sure you've selected your session questions for this go round. So the first one is if you solve the mystery, and hopefully we'll get there, so you'll pick the other two. And Ruby will get an extra experience point if she can complete the mysterious voice on the voicemail's message. Of course, who knows what else is happening when you complete those little missions? We'll find out.
Who knows?
This is a particularly spooky episode if you're not into dolls and toys. So just as a quick heads up there. Want to give you maybe the briefest of overviews, and then we'll check in on kind of what our mavens are doing. So the mavens were just going to the fish market, open weekly. Seemed like a pretty nice chill day when some of their friends from previous adventures, George Miller, the retired fisherman, Amelia Emerson, which is fondly known as Newt Girl in the chat, as well as Pierre, who just lost his sister, and Pierre's employee, Lee, all gave them hints that something strange was happening at the seaside bed and breakfast. The guests of the Seaside Bed and Breakfast included Professor James Edwards, a visiting scholar, which is Dr. Subramaniam, and then 3 of Dr. Edwards's students. They're all in town to visit the Brindlewood Doll Museum. The curator of the Brindlewood Doll Museum has an archive and sees this as a very important scholarly pursuit. But while they were there working in the archive, Dr. Edwards went missing and was then found deceased on the floor in the Museum of the Brindle Dolls. After meeting the visiting scholar and students, you headed over to the Museum of Brindle Dolls, where you met your new friend, security guard Bill Fimbley, who had quite a lot of words to say about the dolls in the museum, as well as Lillian Atherton, who's a local history buff and seems particularly worried that the students aren't getting like the proper history of Brindlewood Bay, and these scholars are just so much more interested in scandal and very scandalous ideas. Once you were in the museum, though, our mavens who have put on crowns had some creepier occurrences with the dolls, and you discovered a bunch of clues as well as a diorama showing what was happening in Brindlewood Bay in the Summer of Love in 1967. It's worth noting that Mimi dressed the doll that was representing a young Wyman Dalrymple, who would become the sheriff of Brindlewood County later, in one of the jerseys, one of the bowling jerseys designed for Chihuahua. So was able to disrespect some authority there. But yeah, I think that about brings it up to date. You found a creepy poem. You found an essay with a failing grade. Dr. Edwards' book with the cover ripped off, a rejection letter from an important institution. Oh, and you did use the tarot move to slightly mixed results. So you've heard some gossip that the museum may be going out of business. But also now Mercedes is seeing something else in the mirror in place of her fabulous likeness.
No.
Creepy childhood doll. So yeah, I think that about gets us there. Since this is a complexity of 6, y'all technically can theorize at any time. So yeah, let's do a quick slice of life as you're exploring and interacting with these dolls, because you're looking for clues. So maybe you're able to like, you know, touch the exhibits and that sort of thing more because you're investigating. Let's go around and you can tell me what your mavens are doing. Keep in mind, if you have certain crowns on, you might need to add something a little creepy in the background. We'll start with... Yeah, we'll do Mimi, Ruby, and then Mercedes in that order. So, Mimi, you want to lead us off?
Sure. After dressing the sheriff and feeling quite satisfied, I think Mimi's going around and not following the do not touch things in a museum rule, and just like picking up dolls, and they have like the weird eyes that like, you know, kind of shut. And there's just a
Yeah.
couple scenes of her like just like tilting a doll and it just like slow blinking at her, and she's just puts it back and does that a couple times and just looks super uncomfortable in this place and is very ready to leave.
Love it. Ruby, what are you up to?
Ruby is just kind of walking around, looking very anxiously at some of these exhibits, trying not to make eye contact with any of the dolls. But kind of out of the corner of her eye, she keeps seeing her childhood doll. It's always in view, on display. They seem to, like, nearly on every exhibit have one, and whenever she looks, it's looking directly at her. And so she moves quickly to some other place, continues looking, and it's still there in the corner of her eye. She can't seem to escape its gaze.
Yeah, at the end of that moment, Ruby hears a lot of whispers at once while while inadvertently making eye contact with this doll. Don't you think we know things, sweetie? Mercedes, what are you up to?
Mercedes is also walking around the room, sort of looking at these dolls. But it seems that every time she looks closely at a doll, as if to look in the eyes, the eyes are closing by themselves. All of the dolls refuse to look at Mercedes. They won't connect with her. So they're they're shutting her out. The dolls hate her.
Their
And,
little heads turning away from you if you.
yeah, like imperceptibly, like she'll try to look at the doll, and the doll will. If the eyes close, they'll close. If it can't close its eyes because they're painted on, the doll will slightly move its head so it's looking in a different direction. And she's just kind of, I think she's maybe just kind of shuffling her tarot deck as she walks around, just absentmindedly, sort of disconcerted by her last vision. So,
Yeah. As you're shuffling, one card comes loose. As you bend down to pick it up, you see it's the Fool. You put it back in the deck, and you hear a lot of tiny voices in unison saying, Mercedes, if you don't want to see the truth, then what's the point of looking at you?
cool.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. We're great. This moment is broken by the sound of the fake shuttery click that an iPhone makes. And as you all turn, the rich kid has decided to join you. David Anthony DuPont III, one of the students of Dr. Edwards, has decided to come in here and starts taking selfies of himself with the dolls in the background.
Says no flash photography, kid.
I don't really know what that means, ma'am, but I'm not, the flash is off.
Oh. You sure? I heard the flash go. Oh. Huh. All right. Well, I guess I'm out of touch. He kind
I
of
don't really have time
leans
to
over
help
and
you.
whispers at the other mavens and is like, I thought when that sound goes off, the flash is supposed to turn on.
No.
Do they-
My grandson said that's the shutter. It's a shutter.
The shutter?
Yeah.
Are you... She takes out her camera. She presses the button, and a big flash just goes off. And oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah, no, David's,
Sorry.
Ruby,
David's
my
just kind
eyes.
David's just kind of looking up at the phone and being like, I don't really have time to help you set that up, Grandma. Sure there's somebody else that
This
can
is
do
the
that.
second child that has called me grandma in the last 30 minutes. What is going on?
It's gonna rub your shoulders a little. It's okay. It's okay.
She pulls
Who
out
are you?
a bottle of lotion and takes a swig from it.
Why are you here?
Okay.
Who are you? You don't live here.
No, I'm one of the students. They said we could just kind of wander around. We're just not allowed to leave town until the case is closed or whatever. Do you think this is gonna still count on my transcript? And they can just assign a different professor, right?
Which student are you?
Oh, I'm kind of insulted that you don't recognize me, frankly, but David Anthony DuPont III.
Ah, yes, the dance. I see. I don't
It's
know that this is
pronounced
gonna
DuPont.
fix your transcript. There's little hope for you from what we've been able to discern.
Do I have their essay? Can I hold it up? I think I kept that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
be like, yeah.
David, the idiot.
Are y'all for just clarity above table, are y'all trying to use a social meddling move, or are y'all just choosing violence?
Truly, I think we're just antagonizing, but we can roll.
I love it. I love it.
No, I mean, I am choosing violence because he chose violence when he came at Ruby.
I feel
True.
like
And I appreciate you for having my back.
it's really funny to me how every time I invoke the day move, it's not what it's written for, but I think we're gonna do that. Because it's like a little risky to just like confront this kid. You don't know, could be a murderer or something.
Could be.
What are you afraid would happen? You know, what's the worst that could happen here?
Who are you? Who do we want to
I
direct
don't
this
know.
to? Is
You're
it
all
me
kind of
with
doing
the
this
essay?
together, so
Or
it could be a
I was gonna
collective.
say, Gustavo is kind of being the most antagonizing, and I'm just backing it up with proof.
I feel like we're gonna make this an advantage roll because you're backing it up with proof. So I think it'll be
There we go.
Gustavo. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen here when you're calling him an idiot? Enough times that it actually registers what you're saying to him.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
What could go wrong?
what could go wrong? Trees don't bark, Marjorie.
I mean, I don't know. I guess he could get physical.
Cool. This feels.
I guess he could. Yeah, he could beat me up.
Yeah, no, I
I
mean,
am an old lady, but like that would be extremely uncouth.
it would be, but there's not a lot that makes you think this is a super proper person. Why don't you roll with presence? You can do it with advantage. That means you can roll 3 and pick the highest 2.
Okay. Okay, that's an 11 before we add anything. And presence.
You add at least a 1?
I think I add at least a 1. Let me check.
I feel like you.
I feel like I'm okay at presence.
Definitely has to. At least a one.
Yes, I add a 1 to presence.
Amazing. So that makes it a 12.
Yeah.
This is going to work for you. And you're going to get some sort of extra benefit. So why don't you just keep antagonizing the kid? Where does this go?
Um.
How it all works out for y'all in the end.
Jeez.
I
I mean,
start reading the
Oh,
comments
children.
out loud.
Oh yeah. Just like,
I'm gonna say, mijo, with an intellect like this, you really must be polite. You want to make friends where you can, make allies, because this is not gonna get you far. Let me help you, and I'm gonna take him, and around my arm and be like, you're a handsome man. You have so many other things going for you. You're very wealthy. So let's lead with a smile and a little bit of grace, okay?
some of that arrogant facade melts a little bit. And he goes, you know, this is a pretty creepy museum. Like I thought if I
You
came
have
in
no
here,
idea.
took some pictures, you know, maybe I could. Mary's just like so excited about all the work here and so nervous we're not going to get to do it. So, you know, maybe she'd see my Insta. But I mean, it's like ridiculously
Instax.
creepy. It's like some Tales from the Inky Void shit, you know? Kind of
Wait,
makes.
Are you trying to impress a girl? Is that what's happening?
Don't think he can hide the little bit of a blush to the. Probably even more neck than cheeks, but yeah. He looks very pale.
I'll put the essay away. Now I feel bad.
Oh. He's like, yeah, I mean, I thought it would be like kind of cool to be, you know, like I don't know, it's so stupid. Plus, like, is it? I don't know. Like, is there something I don't know that Mary would like this? It's so weird. And it figures that Edwards would love it. Why he takes us to places like this.
No, I think Mercedes heard something very interesting about this place. That maybe if we exchange a bit of information, she'd be willing to tell you.
I mean, that's what's interesting, right? Like growing up rich. You don't really need manners if you've got money. Like if there's anything that I learned from my old man, it's that. But information, that's the real benefit. Those kind of connections.
Exactly.
Mijo, it
It's
seems like
not,
foolishness
you know-
might run in your family, but
It's kind of. I
but
really
Ruby, you were saying.
really don't know how to handle you. He's just like very. But yeah, no. You've definitely got his attention, Ruby.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of a we're locals here, so we know a bit about this place and the surrounding area. And
So was it one of you creepy locals that offed the professor? Some deliverance shit, or
that still remains to be seen.
Well, not one of
we have
us.
some theories. Not
To
one
be
of us
clear.
three.
Not
It
one of
was
us.
definitely not one of us three. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, I
But
don't mean to be rude, but like, I thought y'all were just visiting because old ladies like dolls. What are you doing here then?
all right.
Eh,
Call me old once, shame on me. Call me old twice. You're pushing it, kid. You know what they say, 3 strikes, you're out of the ball game, all right?
Yikes. Okay, I mean,
So here's the sitch.
you're a little like Angie if she can't bring her vape pen. Just
All right, look. All right. She takes out another lotion. She takes the lotion bottle back out. All right. Here's what's going on. All right. Me and my fellow mavens here, we may not look like much, but that's part of the facade, you see. Well, except for Mercedes. She, fabulous as always.
a facade can be fabulous.
Exactly. We are more than meets the eye. You see, we're private investigators.
Transformers?
Close. Close.
You get like hip replacements
Private
or something?
eyes.
Like titanium
Private
knees?
eyes. Look, all right, we don't need to worry about the titanium knees. May or may not have those.
There's like
None of
steam
your
coming out of
business.
Mimi's ears right now. Just looking at this.
It's none of your business, kid. What is your business? Is what you know about this Dr. James Edwards, your classmates, and yourself. What can you tell us that you know?
I mean, it looks like you already found the essay where Professor Edwards just like targets me. I think he was just jealous, you know?
Right. There was no reasonable criticisms on that at all.
Jealous of what? What could possibly jealous
mean,
of what?
The building his office in is named after my grandfather.
Of course it is.
Oh. I'm just gonna look at Mercedes. Nepo
So
baby.
he must have been the
Okay.
brains in the family, the grandfather, clearly. Perhaps. Well, we can only assume. uh,
Look, I don't really
how nice
think
for you.
I'll just if y'all are playing your little murder mystery game, I mean, sure, fine. The police don't seem to know what on earth they're doing in this town. They barely had any questions for us. But that said, I mean, think about it this way. I'm a student. I need a better grade, or I'm going to end up on academic probation. This is not exactly extra credit, but it is a few extra credits that'll cover up some sins in the past and theoretically raise my GPA enough that I can actually stick around here. I mean, Angela just needs an A and only gets A's and has to be the best and tries to act like not, but that's, who she is. And Mary legit loves this crap. Is completely obsessed with American culture, seems to know more about being American than I do. None of us have any reason to want to do anything bad to our professor. And frankly, I mean, he seemed really tight with the visiting dude. I think it's got to be one of the locals.
Have you met anyone that seems suspicious?
Anyone give you the creeps?
I know we sure
Kind of
have.
looks over his shoulder a bit, comes in closer and is like, "Have y'all met the security guard?"
We
Total
sure
freak.
have.
Total freak. But
Mhm.
killer? I don't know.
Have you seen
I-
him do anything suspicious
So,
other
like,
than beat himself?
we were here yesterday. We were leaving. I left my laptop, had to come back and get it. And I saw him just standing by the door, wrapping wire around each hand and like holding it taut. I was a little worried about it. But then, of course, like Dr. Brown, Willoughby was real clear that it was like wire used for doll making. But like, why would he need that?
And he was wrapping his hands or whose hands?
Yeah, like wrapping one hand here, another here, pulling it taut in between. There's something weird going on
Was
there.
there anything particularly choky around it?
Is it like
I mean, I kept my neck out of the way. I got out of there.
Do we
And I
know
played it cool.
cause
but
of death for this
Mm.
Edwards?
they didn't let us anywhere near the body, and honestly, I didn't want to go.
that's understandable?
We went back, hung out, had some fun, got up this morning thinking that, we get back to work, and the police were already there at the. Yeah. They took us in one by one, talked to everybody, but man, it's getting so overly cozy over there. I mean, everything smells like clean sheets. Like, not even the sheets, like everything. There's like furniture polished, baked goods. There aren't that many rooms. Why are there that many muffins? You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Have you tried the shrimp croissant?
I do like my life, so
A local delicacy. I'm sorry.
yeah.
David.
Acquired taste.
You seem to like, as they say, the locals for this crime. Did you happen to run into Lillian Atherton while you were here?
Lillian who?
I believe
This history lady, the one who just loves history. Older, big eyes.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, she kept interrupting Professor Edwards. Kept just kind of like like something just kind of like the weird noise with the mouth and the judgment. It reminded me of my grandmother. Actually, she was terrible. Anyway, no, she was judgy as all get out, kept trying to interrupt as if she knew stuff. I don't know. She really loves this place. Like, yeah. Brindlewood Bay this, Brindlewood Bay that. It's the best place to live. About how we wouldn't really get it because we're not from around here.
It's all right, except for all the murders.
But that's like
And
that's
more
why-
murders?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
There's like 10 people in this village. How many murders can there
Yeah.
be?
It's disproportional crime rate to the to the population, you know.
There's a lot of turnover.
Dude, you live in like a murder village with a creepy ass museum filled with like this, and you think we're the ones that might have killed our professor?
You think we only have
Hey,
one
we
creepy
didn't
ass
say that.
museum?
We were just exactly. There's a
We're just
whaling
ruling
one
things
not
out.
too far.
I don't
You know, we're-
understand how that helps your case.
Well, you seem above board, even though everything else about you I would normally dislike.
But
But
below the board. Oh, sorry.
oh. Ah,
Sorry, continue.
Yes, Mimi is right. You're young. You have a lot of time. You can change.
I mean,
I'm gonna just look at Mercedes.
I washed this shirt like last month. I don't. It's fine.
Ooh.
I want to find out more about this Lily.
Did you
I
know
don't
you
her
can
that-
spray vodka on your jeans so you don't have to wash them? Yeah,
Top shelf, right?
my big brother at the frat taught me that.
Ooh. I bet you smell lovely.
I don't know what to do with that information.
I am adding
I
a
mean-
roll of sturdy wire for doll making in an unusual place to your clues.
Okay.
Sorry, you can continue, but wanted to get that housekeeping done before I forgot.
Right. Is it worth trying to above table a little bit? Is it worth trying to track down anybody else while we're here? Do we want to try and find the proprietress?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only other place you haven't gone is the gift shop, which is kind of in an adjoining building on the property.
I'm down to check it out.
Yeah. So this is the first mistake in this whole business. You know, you have to have the gift shop adjacent, and you must exit through it.
Exactly.
Separate building,
You have to go in it, dude.
destined to fail.
You can't leave it unless you go in. I had a nanny like you. She
I bet
she
you
got
did.
better at English.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to. I might hurt a young person. We should leave. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still
Yes.
carry that gun, Mimi?
We don't talk.
No one
about
would blame us. Nothing. Never mind. I'm
No
thinking of
one-
someone else.
I keep a letter opener now.
No one would blame
A
you.
little more. It's a little more discreet.
Let me see it just for a minute.
Just for a minute.
So yeah, if you head out and leave this guy to his awkward selfies and attempts to get Mary's attention, and head to the gift shop. It's a little like warm and cozy, very small room or very small building. Could have been like on an old property, a gatehouse or that sort of thing. It's not very big at all. And it's filled with all sorts of tchotchkes and this overwhelming smell of vanilla. That said, it serves double duty as Dr. Brown Willoughby's office. So, our paint the scene question here, how would you be able to tell that this gift shop is also Dr. Brown's office?
Well,
I'm so nervous every time Dakota
How,
does
how
that.
niche? How niche is this museum?
It's a museum just for dolls. Like, I don't know how to. We keep saying like Brindlewood Doll Museum. It's technically the Brindle Doll or Museum of Brindle Dolls.
Yeah.
So,
yes, of
yeah.
course.
I think if it's this niche, right? Like this gift shop is mostly office.
Yeah,
With
there's a
maybe a
lot of
display case on it with some small price tags.
there's
With
a lot of like
like broken doll
postcards
hands or
and
something in it. It's like and like
I was gonna
both
say,
that.
I
magnets
feel
and
like,
replicas of some of the favorites, maybe.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
ironically there are not
Like a
actually that many
doll
dolls for
workshop.
sale in the gift shop.
Yeah, because
About
those
half
would
of
be
the price.
like the like cheap knockoff dolls kind of undermines the vibe. But there
No, it's
are
like
some there is a rack that has like really high-end doll clothes that are like handmade. Um I'm gonna say probably by Lillian, right? Like it's got, very like I think she'd probably go so far as to be like petite couture, like by Lillian, and like pretty embroidered, like very loopy, handwritten style. But also, if you look close enough, you realize it's like clearly a computer font. It's not actually handwritten. It's like computer fonty, like a little bit too specific potentially. I did forget one thing. What order do y'all think you left, since there's just like one little door to leave the museum? Who was the last one in the museum?
I think I left first because I was over it.
Mhm.
I'm usually leading the the speed
You
walking
lead the
pack.
charge, yeah. The speed walking. Rock, paper, scissors.
I think I was also deeply over David.
Sure.
It's true. It was probably Ruby, and
We were
Ruby.
racing to get out the door. We were all trying to exit at the same time. We
You're
got
all trying to
stuck a
exit
little
same
bit.
yeah. All right, you go.
Um, Ruby, as you leave, you hear one little voice coming from the direction you're really trying not to look. Go,
Mm-hmm.
don't leave me again. You said you'd come back. And then all of the voices in a chorus say, yes, you should come back.
Well, I'm not going back in there again.
You're making
They were
your
talking to
childhood
me?
doll so sad. No, to
Were they
Ruby.
To Ruby? Yes, they won't talk to me. Good.
I'm not going back in there. Oh, nice gift shop.
The other thing about the gift shop is that there's like this is primarily a front for selling the one book that was written about this by the Dr.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Lillian?
Yeah, her name is Chanel Brown Willoughby. So she tends to go by
Yeah.
Dr. Brown, but she is married into the prestigious Willoughby family, which is a very old, important family in Brindlewood Bay. So it's interesting who calls her what, but we'll go with Dr. Brown Willoughby.
Yeah, the Dr.
It is
Brown.
Dr. Brown on this book, though. And yeah, it's like the lessons dolls teach us, you know.
An exploration of the Brindle dolls of
Yeah, no, an exploration of the evolution of culture in coastal New England towns through a materialist study of dolls and doll making. Because you have to have a lot more after the colon for it to be an academic book.
Yes, of course.
and there are like hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's just a few on display, but then you can definitely see like boxes stacked floor to ceiling in the back. that
Unopened.
are like labeled, enough that you can kind of piece together what's going on. Like it's got the publisher stamp on the outside. And the cover of this book is definitely like her holding up the doll, like a doll by her face, smiling. Um, Ruby, at first you think the doll that she's holding is yours, but if you kind of, blink a little bit, it's not. Um,
Great.
Did we
I
say
gotta say,
that?
if you look too hard at this cover, all of the dolls, the one in focus, the ones behind, look an awful lot like what you're seeing in any reflection. So any glass mirrored surface, these tchotchkes are behind. Yeah, you're catching that doll face.
Great.
Great.
Sorry, Heather, what were you saying?
No, it's fine. You guys are you all have so much creepiness that we need to work in. I'm like I'm in a different movie.
Mimi, I'm holding Mimi's hand, and I'm like white knuckling my way through this at this point.
I think we had said Chanel is local, right? Like Dr. Brown Willoughby is local, right? So I feel like I would just kind of march in here and holding you and I'm just like Chanel, are you in
Oh.
here?
Yes, the museum's gonna need to close today. No one should have let you in. Oh, Mimi, what are you
Hi.
gals doing here?
Well, we just heard about the news and we and I'm just gonna like give you all like a very pointed look. Like we wanted to just come make sure you were okay. You know?
I
Yes.
I really appreciate that. You know how this place is, it's my life. I don't think people take it seriously enough. They think it's just dolls, just a thing girls play with, but that's how they minimize our role in culture. I mean, the artistic value here of the collection is absolutely priceless. There's thousands of stories like woven into all of the cloth and into the hairs and
Uh-huh.
joy, tragedy, industry. I wish more folks would listen to it. And now, yeah, we're going to get a lot of attention for this absolutely horrific thing that happened, but it's only going to scare people away. I mean, how could this have happened to James?
Huh.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to do,
Uh-huh.
Mimi.
How well did you know James?
We've corresponded back and forth for a while. This is probably his fourth or fifth trip. It's the first time he brought some students. But he's an expert on American culture in rural areas, especially more in the north, which is a little less written about. So it's kind of like I'm in a tiny little niche subfield, kind of that overlaps with his broader perspectives. But yeah, I really respected him, and he actually took what I was doing here seriously.
Well, it's a very 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 serious place. Do you know anything about what happened? Not to gossip. We're just curious.
I really wish that I did. I wish I had stayed later. I just maybe I shouldn't have given him that spare key. But he said I guess you didn't meet him, but it was so classic. He'd always talk about the archives have so much to say, all of these rich materials, whether it's text or objects. We just need to learn how to listen to them, right? So he wanted to spend some more time. And yeah, he never came back. It really wasn't until he was missing from breakfast, which he was such like a morning person. I came down here and thought maybe he had, gone to bed, gotten up, and come back to work, and then, yeah, it was Bill who found me just kind of staring at the body and kind of shook me out of it enough, and we called the authorities right away.
Bill's a one of a kind, huh?
Yeah, there's not many people that would be so dedicated to take a job like this where, like, I mean, sometimes I can't even pay him. you know. He just, anywhere there's a gap in the funding, he volunteers. We do have all of our books in order, I should say, right? Like we make sure we pay the taxes, and there's paperwork we have to fill out to document when he's volunteering versus when he's paid staff. It's all complex, but yeah, he's very, very dedicated to this place.
We gathered that.
Oh, did he show up today for this afternoon? He's still out there? I told him he could go. I told him he could go home. I mean, there's not much else to do. The authorities are just interviewing everyone. They already kind of processed the crime scene here, I guess. I didn't know what else to do, so I figured I'd just kind of try to get some work done. That probably sounds a little callous.
No, I understand when, I was the same way when, my late husband passed away. I know it's not the same, but it's hard.
Yeah, the routine kind of helps. Although I'm pretty sure I've reheated this mug of tea about 10 times now, and it's cold yet again. I just keep staring off into space, and I don't know. I thought Dr. Subramanya may also want to come and work, but when I left, he was just pacing.
Yeah, he's going through a hard time right now, it seems.
So yeah, what are y'all doing in this space? Are you looking around for clues during the conversation, or are you more focused on trying to see if you can get something out of her?
I'll tell you what Ruby Lee's doing. She is looking through the brochures and postcards, and seeing what she sees there. Just in her looking around.
Give me a meddling move roll, and I think this is gonna be.
Oops.
Yeah, let's do reason.
Reason. Okay. +0. Great. Let's see. Do I have anything? No. We're just gonna go for it.
I was gonna say if you can figure out how to use something from your cozy little place, but I
don't think anything.
I don't really know that the amount that you've been drinking is giving you an advantage on this.
Well, I will tell you I rolled a total of 4. So
yeah.
That's where we're at.
Okay. Are you letting it be there, or are you? Because with a 4, you're really creeped out by all the
SOL.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Okay, so as you're looking through postcards, there's little brochures about the museum. Every picture seems to be your childhood doll. You're having a harder and harder time, because before you could kind of blink a little bit, refocus your eyes, and you'd see other dolls. That's not happening now. Now you're pretty sure that it's only your childhood doll, and you can almost hear her voice again. So, yeah, we're going to do a condition. How are you feeling when I describe this to you?
Good.
Feeling great?
I was trying to think of a doll pun.
You see doll people?
Can't think of one. I see doll people. That's a good one.
Okay, so
that's great.
Let's give you the condition that you see doll people. And yeah, this is going to make you particularly unsettled for anything that's going to rely on composure for sure. And
great.
Yeah. Now, the way crowns work, we can go back if you choose to put something on. Like put on a crown, we can go back and read it if you let it ride. Amazing.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
I can see doll people.
You see
I
doll
already see
people.
dead people. I can see doll people now. It's okay.
It's great. More the merrier. Tons of company.
Maria. Ruby Lee will I'm just gonna say this now before I forget. She will kind of on the way out purchase a postcard or brochure or two
Okay.
for a little scrapbooking project that she has an idea for.
Awesome.
Even though
Can
they
you
creeped her the
give
fuck out.
me Can you give me a meddling move with sensitivity?
Certainly.
I want to see if anything calls to you, or if anything answers.
Okay, that is an 8 plus 2, which brings it to a 10.
Beautiful. Yeah. Can you make a note of that, and we'll come back to it at the end?
Yes, most certainly.
Amazing. Yeah. What are Mimi and Mercedes doing?
I think I was pretty focused on like questioning her and just trying to see if there's anything, like if she looks extra shaken, if she's like fumbling on everything, just
Yeah. Why did you do meddling? I feel like kind of up to you how you would do this, because I think you could make a case for it being kind of like the normal reason based, but I think we could also argue that it's because like you're examining this person, the way you're describing it, it's kind of detached.
Mhm.
But if
I mean,
for you it's based on like being able to read someone, and you want to treat it more as like a presence in the sense of like, are you able to be in emotional control enough of this conversation that you could interpret anything that seems different? I think we could also say it's presence. So yeah.
I mean, reason is better for me, but if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm being calculating in this moment. Like super, I think I'm like this is somebody I know, and I don't think I suspect her, but I am just like curious for her reactions and stuff. So it might be more presence,
Okay,
even
cool.
though it's not
I
as
like
good. Okay.
I'm always here for the story element.
All right.
Me trying to remember what
I
all
don't
your
have
conditions
anything I
are.
can use. No, I don't. Okay. Well, that's so bad. That was a 3. Um, um, uh, I'm trying to decide if I want to use a crown because I haven't used a crown yet.
So
I've only used one.
I'll explain what's happening, and you can kind of describe
Okay.
it. So you are intensely focused on her, right? You're in this conversation. You're watching her eyebrows. You're seeing if like her nostrils flare in anger. You're looking at her mouth to see if there's like any little kind of micro expressions that you might be able to catch. And then you realize you've been staring at her mouth a little too long. And Chanel's like, Mimi, I am so flattered. I am married, but like in another life, And she definitely seems to think that you're into her. This is going to prompt.
No.
I feel like it would prompt the condition mortified by the way that you're responding. We can workshop that. So up to you if you want to put on a crown. But
Oh gosh, I don't like that at all.
you're basically getting nothing from this but a condition. That's how I'm treating it.
It's funny.
I mean, if you put on one crown, it moves up to like you get a clue and there's a complication. So we could just like make it a little bit more mild. Y'all also have not used your gold crown move, this mystery, if you wanted to do that.
I think I'll take mortified. It's fine. I think she says that, and it like shakes me out of my, and I just you that's no. It's been a long day, Mercedes. We should we regroup somewhere at your house or something?
I
Or should we-
didn't. I don't
No,
want you
no,
to
no,
do that.
no,
You
no,
can
no,
stay here as long as you like.
no, no, no. It's fine.
It's
It's fine.
yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go outside.
As you go outside,
Power walking in front of the windows.
so I think order of operations here, Ruby is still kind of organizing the postcards and things, maybe like into her bag and getting the change and all of that. We'll find out in a moment what Mercedes is doing. You are like looking straight down at the floor, power walking out, and you are gonna walk right into Bill. And he's tall enough that you probably just like right into his chest with your head.
Oh no.
And we can come back to that in a minute. Mercedes, what are you up to?
Mercedes is a little interested. I think Mercedes has something in her head about this interaction between Lillian and just like the she didn't like the whatever the author was writing, but also the doll clothes. Mercedes loves fine work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like she's looking at the embroidery on her cape, and she's looking at these fine doll clothes and just like kind of marveling at the exquisite little details in it, assuming that they're well made. And I think is using that as sort of a entree / segue into talking with Dr. Brown about Lillian to see if I can sort of find out if there's anything juicy there about any more sort of gossipy business about why she hated this guy.
Yeah. Do you have any conditions right now? Yes, you do.
I'm sure I do.
You have the one where you're seeing the doll reflection. Is that the only one?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I actually want you to first give me a meddling move for the first part you described. So I want one with reason. And this is going to be you looking at the doll clothes. And I think if you want advantage, because in a way you're using your wardrobe here and like your knowledge of fashion, go for it.
Would that
to be a meddling move with reason? If it's because it sounds like, because the way you just narrated that, it's your interest in fashion and all these other things, or you're going to notice more about it, so you could make it with advantage.
Okay. I'm not gonna fight it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
8 + 1 is 9. 8 + 1 is 9. It's slightly better than an 8.
It's in the same category, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As you're looking at the doll clothes, very like these are crafted with love. The materials are high end. Corners are not being cut. This is hand embroidered. You're now suspicious that she can actually like make French lace properly. You thought like maybe this is kind of the way folks learned how to do crochet in Ireland to like imitate lace. It was more affordable and quicker. But no, this looks like legit, incredibly time-consuming work. And in fact, it's a little strange just how how it's priced as reasonably as it is, because this is so time intensive. It's a true labor of love. But as you kind of point that out to Chanel to kind of open up this conversation, the complications are coming. Trust me. Can you give me a meddling move with presence? I'm letting this kind of like roll.
No advantage here, I imagine.
Yeah, just kind of flat.
Oh, well.
I was going to give you 11. Okay. I was going to give you disadvantage because of your condition, so you're kind of it's canceling. 11's good.
If you want to give me disadvantage, I rolled the other one, and so it's 7.
Oh no, they canceled out. You got advantage because you're your first one, and you had disadvantage because you're seeing your reflection and all these shiny surfaces as a doll.
Perfect.
So, yeah, as you bring this up to her, she has like nothing but good things to say about Lillian. But you do get the sense there's a bit maybe missing. She's being very polite, right? It's not very personal. It's very polite. Lillian is just so dedicated here. She cares so much about the history of Brindlewood Bay. She understands the importance of the dolls and feels like it's her personal mission to make sure that I, get that right, and I'm not, making any missteps as I tell the history of this beloved town, through the dolls. And she actually shows you like some notes that Lillian had left on a copy of the book that she had gifted her. So basically, Chanel, Dr. Brown had gifted Lillian a copy of the book that she wrote. Lillian returned it with edits. Right? And as you're kind of looking over this, there's nothing in particular that jumps out at you as like particularly related to this mystery, except you have a quick memory because you've seen this handwriting before. And if you get out the book, because I cannot remember who took it, but one of you took a copy of the defaced book, and you start flipping through it, the word faker is written in small ink in the first page. It gets bigger later on. It turns red. And by the end of the book, faker in this handwriting is practically covering the page. So I don't know exactly how this would unfold if you would look at it in front of Chanel, or if this is like we're time jumping a little bit, or if you're remembering that you saw it, that's up to you.
Yeah, we can hand wave that maybe into a
Yeah, no, it'll come up when you theorize in a moment here. So
forward flashback.
you can kind of decide the order of events there.
Okay. Great. Yeah, that's gonna happen not in this moment, I think.
Yeah.
Deciding. Great. I think with that, Mercedes is going to invite her to this luncheon that she's having for the for the imprisoned students.
She's like, that is just so incredibly sweet, Mercedes.
And you
I would
should
be
bring Lillian.
I would be honored. I'll see if she's available. I'm going to plan on attending. Text me if there's anything I can bring. If I can't show up because, if I need to do something with the authorities, I'll just have it DoorDashed there,
Oh,
I'd
they're
love to
invited too,
contribute
so
and-
please don't worry.
Yeah, fantastic. Your complication is that you hear a familiar voice coming from the direction of the Brindlewood Bay Museum. Yes, you were in an episode with him. This is Sheriff Dalrymple yelling, "Lillian, what did you do to my puppet?"
It's time to go. We need to leave. It's time to go.
Get the fuck out of here!
Gonna try to add.
It's been a pleasure.
Gonna add him to the board. This kind of this is an amazing moment where two complications made a right. In that Bill is going to be very distracted by this, Mimi. If you want to try to sneak away,
Yeah,
I
can I
am-
actually? Oh,
No, go
I was
ahead.
I was gonna say to lean into my "Did you behave like a woman half your age?" Can we have a little stealthy Mission Impossible moment of
Please.
sneaking out and hiding behind the?
I want that more
the
than
bushes?
anything. Yes.
Uh,
What's the worst that could happen? What could go wrong?
The sheriff will remember that I am often dressing my chihuahuas in these and confront me. I don't want to deal with the sheriff.
Amazing. Can you roll? Oh God, what would this even be?
Can I help with this?
I feel like this is happening so fast.
Because, yeah,
The other thing that's occurring to me is like, I feel like this is actually more about composure than anything, because you're needing to get out of the way and stay quiet. But didn't I literally just tell you you have to do that at disadvantage? So that feels like
Wait.
a cheap shot.
It couldn't be my vitality, my dexterity, and athleticism.
Let's separate this out. Let's do one roll for your vitality to like get in the bushes, and the second roll is to be quiet. So if the first one goes really well, you'll be able to negate the disadvantage for composure on the second one. Does that seem fair?
Are we? That seems very fair. Are we? I imagine we're doing this as a group. Like this
Turning
feels very
Brindlewood Bay
Scooby-Doo.
into D&D.
No, you're not with
No,
me.
no, I'm splitting the party here for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I might drag Ruby with me.
Yeah, I also feel
no.
like you were mortified and you left them behind,
That's
So-
true. I did go outside.
and then you walked right into Bill's chest. So go ahead and give me that vitality move to.
Okay. I was just trying to get us over to Mercedes faster. Okay, this is
Please.
good. I rolled a 10.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you get to do exactly what you wanted to do. So tell me what it looks like.
Yeah, I think I just, bounce off of Bill and I just like, oh, Dios mío. And then like as I'm about to like look up at this face and worry about doll flesh, all of a sudden this this voice rings out and I take the opportunity to just like whoop.
Yeah, like
Make
as he
some-
turns and to
Yes.
follow the voice.
just go behind some bushes and start making my way out.
Amazing. Okay, now you're gonna
Oh,
give me
yeah.
a composure roll. I think it'll be flat. You're basically negating your disadvantage from being
Okay.
mortified. Flat composure rolls, and this is more like, can you be quiet? Can you hold steady?
That is an 8 + 1 for a 9.
Okay. Oh dear God. You are able to get away from the sheriff. There's actually kind of like a row of hedges that are probably, when they're in season, would be like nice country roses or something, and then some more greenery behind, and you're kind of sneaking along the tree line, like just behind that. And you get to the main road. You're on hands and knees though, because it's kind of low to the ground. You're gonna look up and you're gonna see the deputy.
Oh no.
Now, here's the thing. You theoretically can undo everything on this. So I narrate what happens, and then you can say, nope, too vulnerable, don't want to do it, or you can proceed.
Okay.
You also can do a crown thing. I think it might also be a good time we could try a cut to commercial, because as you come out of the bushes, you are like down on the ground and your face is basically at this guy's knees. And he looks down at you and goes, ma'am, can I help you? So you have options. You could either undo all of this and just stay in the bushes, I guess. You could put on a crown to negate this disadvantage.
Mhm.
You could gold crown mysteries it if you wanted.
Oh,
other
that sounds like
option-
a great idea.
Is I could let you cut to commercial just because I think it would be funny. You'd have
Yeah,
to
we
narrate a
cut to-
commercial. Do you want to do that?
Oh, I
one?
have to narrate a commercial?
You would have
Oh,
to narrate a
gosh.
commercial. I'd give you something and then you can choose if you want to narrate it. So I'm giving you a lot of mechanical options here because I feel
You
like it'd
are.
be funny no matter what you pick.
I don't want to take too long on this because I knew we were about to theorize. So, I feel like feel like this is a gold crown mysteries move. Let's do that one. I feel like that'll be a little more.
I thought for a second you were going to put on a crown and Peter Griffin it.
Oh,
Or
well-
Sean Spicer. You remember that? Do y'all remember? Okay, never mind. Somehow the first Trump administration seems quaint all of a sudden. Anywho, back to the other horror. Yeah, Gold Crown Mysteries. So we have had
I'm very
Cobalt Cobra Curse was our last one.
I'm very open to suggestions for names here, but I think what I'm
dolls
thinking
involved,
of
right?
is Say it again.
It's got to have dolls involved, right?
I
I
had
think it has to have animals.
I
Animal
had
and
I had
color.
it was the nickel
Yeah.
nickel.
Oh, you had
What
one.
was it?
That's right.
I started thinking of one the other day.
You did. That's right. I remember this.
Where do we write them down?
That
I
feel
don't
free to offer
remember.
suggestions.
Oh, you wrote the nickel newt. Oh
The
gosh.
nickel newt
You wrote
nightmare.
There you go.
the nickel newt
That's a
nightmare.
good
Okay.
one. That's a good
So
one.
in the nickel newt nightmare, I remember this reminds me of something that happened to Amanda Delacourt. And in the nickel newt nightmare, there was like this little tiny like nickel plated newt figurine that was very important, and it would just like it kept getting like lost or something. And so there's a part where Amanda Delacourt is down looking for it, and then has to do some misdirection. And so I think about that, and I channel that, and I just um I look up and I see this deputy here, uh and I just go, "Oh, young man, can you help me find my glasses? I've dropped them." And I just try to pretend like I don't. That's what I was doing the whole time.
Amazing. He will get down
yeah.
and instantly start trying to help. He is like one of the new. I don't know if anybody remembers him. We last met Deputy Brett Anderson, I think, at Dead Man's Hand at the charity poker tournament. But
He spilled juice on himself.
That's right. That's right. But yes, ma'am, I'm certainly happy to help. Now, mechanically, you can either state one fact that just becomes true, or we can treat this as a 12 plus on the roll. So you'll successfully have pulled off getting away and get an extra advantage.
Yeah, let's treat it as a 12 plus. And I think like as we're searching, I just have this moment where I go, "Oh, you know, I'm remembering I left them at home." You know,
I can take you home. I mean, the sheriff doesn't even know that I'm here yet. I told him it'd be another 10 minutes. I can take you home, come right back.
Oh, no. Here, I'm gonna
Just
give
don't
you a
tell
pro
him that if you don't tell him and I don't tell him, I won't be in trouble.
Don't
So,
tell
like,
him what?
that if he doesn't know that I was already here, I gave you the ride home, I won't be in trouble for being late, but I can take you home. Mom's the word. He'll never know.
Well, do I get a sense above table that it would be a bad thing if I were found if we were known to be here?
More just like the Chihuahua jersey of it all.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna just say, and hopefully this will help us meet up after whatever happens with you guys. I'm just gonna say, oh, well, I'm gonna give you a good piece of advice. You never leave home without your friends, and then you'll always have a ride. And I'm just gonna walk up and be like, but good luck.
Do I need to offer all your friends a ride home?
Oh no, my friend has a driver. Get yourself one of those. Yes.
Oh, I gotcha, Miss Daisy.
Thank you. Good luck. And I kind of make it look like I'm just walking like this, No, not power walking because I can't see apparently.
Amazing.
Anyway, that's enough of that.
Perfect.
You've managed to evade everyone, potentially also your friends. However, as you turn, just to make sure that you're not being followed, you notice that like in the very like nice, clean, paved sidewalk that's like walking up towards the entrance to the museum, and then it kind of goes along, a nice little bed of flowers to where the gift shop is. It kind of passes a window that looks into the museum that allows some natural light in. Don't know how you missed it. There's a giant muddy footprint right outside the window, like facing the window. That seems a little weird. But then you hear the sheriff talking and kind of more of a mumble in the back, and you skedaddle.
That another clue?
That's another clue. So muddy footprint outside the window. I can put that in here if you two. Oh, Dakota's on it. Mercedes, how are you getting out of Dodge?
I am not. I hear Wyman's voice, and I'm going to go, Wyman. Um, and I'm gonna come at him, bro. I would like to go find Wyman. Wyman, how are you?
I'm.
Another.
It's been a rough day, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you're in the middle of it, Miss Mercedes.
Wyman, it's such a small town. You know how it is. And also, I was so happy to help you at the card game, the gala a couple of weeks ago. You know, it's my pleasure. I don't know how you would do this without me or my friends. But I was just
Alright.
thinking, I ran into the students and you have them all locked up in that terrible inn and they can't go anywhere. And I told them that I would talk to you and I would
They
invite
can
you
they can
all,
go
you and
anywhere.
them, but to my house
Okay.
for lunch tomorrow. You're invited too. You should bring security or whatever you need. I know how strict you are. But lunch, my house tomorrow. Everyone's invited.
He just kind of takes this all in and says, I mean, that they're not prisoners. They can go anywhere and they just can't leave the jurisdiction until we're done with the investigation. Of course they can have lunch and maybe I will tag along. You think they might talk a bit more? We might get some leads? Any leads?
Just call me Detective
Loosen up.
Mercedes. Of course, we'll sweat it out of them.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow, Miss Mercedes. Kind of.
Yes, you will.
Not a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
boop him on the nose.
Oh, I feel like your charm is carrying you all the way to like it's the rule of like if you can't fail, I can't make you roll. Borrowed from D&D on this one. Uh amazing.
I'm happy to roll for this, but yeah.
I I feel like it's just too good. It's too good. I don't even want to make you. Dakota, how's Ruby Lee exiting the scene?
Ruby Lee will purchase her postcards. She'll tuck them in her bag. She will thank Dr. Brown and will invite her to the luncheon tomorrow. We'll turn around. Oh, Bill, was it? It's good to see you again.
Did you
Mercedes' house.
talk to the dolls?
There's kind of a pale look about Ruby kind of at that, and she goes, funnily enough, yes, I did.
You leaned in real close.
Closer than I would have liked, yes.
Yeah, you got to do that so you can hear what they have to say.
And what do they normally say to you, Bill?
That's between me and them.
You know what? That's fair. Does it get taxing? Being one of the few people that can understand them?
No, they want to speak to me.
Right, but doesn't it get hard not being able to share that with someone?
I don't worry about why wouldn't I share that?
I know, I just mean, how do I put this? Uh, I don't believe that everyone is as perceptive as you are, Bill.
That may be true,
I-
but they have ways of making sure they're heard.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Besides, you heard them, so we're the same.
I suppose so. She kind of tilts her head a little bit and goes, maybe I was wrong about you, Bill. You're an upstanding gentleman.
Appreciate that. I gotta go see what the sheriff's up to. He's always fussing over his doll.
For sure, yes, of
How's
course.
puppets? Did you hear that? Puppet.
Puppet. Ridiculous.
Don't
But do
wanna know
please
where
come
he's
to
sticking his
this
hand.
luncheon tomorrow.
Oh, luncheon at the one
At
Mercedes.
Mercedes's. Yes.
I'll
We'd love to see you there.
I'll do my best to get away.
All right. Yes.
Just kind of nod to you, and we'll turn and go deal with the sheriff.
She will slip out the door.
Cool. So, what do y'all want to do? Are we jumping to the reconvening? Are y'all chatting overnight or in the morning before this?
I was gonna say, maybe we're talking while helping you prep for the luncheon and going through all of our clues or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
thought.
probably needs a little bit of rest, so maybe next
Yeah,
morning.
I might take this opportunity to do a cozy move between now and lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
My condition is strange reflection.
Yeah. So
Um,
you would need to pick a friend to engage in your cozy activity with. And you do
Yeah.
have some conditions on what you have to narrate
okay.
based on your crowns.
Based on my crowns.
So basically, it's going to
Yeah.
take two of y'all to do the cozy activity. One of you picks their activity. Whoever picks their activity will also get a void clue, but both of you will get to clear a condition. And then you can have a little friendship moment.
Little friendship moment.
Are you scrapbooking, Ruby?
Ruby is scrapbooking.
There's-
There is a.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
who's doing it with you?
Who wants to do a little scrapbooking with Ruby?
I did your last cozy move with you, so if you want to
That's true.
do it
That's
with
true. Mercedes. Would you like to scrapbook with little old me?
Of course, Ruby. I love looking at your pictures.
You two are both so perceptive and tuned into things that other folks in town might miss, you know? And as you're laying out these pictures, you notice there are dolls in each one. Some of them are more historic, black and white photos, maybe from, mid 60s-ish range, and all the way to some things that are much more recent where there's one that's very much like a dad handing a little girl a doll, and behind his back he's holding on to an iPad, and it's very much like promoting, get those kids off the screen times and give them dolls kind of message, right? But as you're laying these out and arranging them, you realize if you put them in historical order, there is a common figure in every one of these pictures. There's like a little boy that's black and white. By the time you get to the dad, they really have a resemblance with all these stages in between. Maybe it's more of a granddad. You're getting older, sometimes they all look like youngins, Pretty nondescript. A white boy, white man with, dark brown hair. But on the back of the earliest one, you see the words Little Georgie, 1965.
Little Georgie.
Yeah, anyway, y'all can take it from here.
Is that a clue? Or is that
It's a void. It's a void clue.
Like
Void
Little
clue.
Georgie, 1965. Okay.
Mhm.
Georgie.
um,
Interesting.
I know it's getting late, but there are other clues you could connect it to. But you can worry about that another day if you want.
that's okay. Yeah. Um. So we this happens, and then I guess we also are sort of
It's interesting
chatting.
because you both have crowns that are making you like creepy things have to happen in the background of your cozy scenes,
Yeah.
and these usually
That's
advance
true.
friendship. I don't know how you're knocking all these off. Also, Mercedes is supposed to be talking about death a lot more.
Yeah.
That's true.
So are y'all chatting about death
I think
while you're scrapbooking?
so I think as we're going through these photos, and these are photos, where are the photos from?
They're like
Where-
postcards that were found that Ruby Lee picked up at the
Yes.
doll museum.
And I will say that Ruby Lee's goal here, she's taking these postcards and some other scraps and bits that she's gotten from around the place, and she's trying to fashion kind of a new postcard, an ad, if you will, for a new museum, one that perhaps doesn't exist. As she is kind of having this kind of creative exercise of taking this like these doll museum pictures and kind of changing them into something else, kind of taking these suggestions from Mercedes, um, and making some sort of, I don't know, maybe a Mercedes museum.
Um. Yeah. um. I love that. As we're definitely going through these cards, I'm looking through some of these older ones, and I go, Ruby. Sometimes looking at these old pictures, I get so sad because every
sad?
person in these pictures must be dead by now.
Yeah, probably a lot of them. Although this one in color, they're probably still alive.
Who can say?
Probably. Who can say? You know, people are dying younger than they should around here pretty often.
And I think in order to sort of try and exercise this uh, condition that Mercedes has, as we're going through and manipulating these cards, every time I find a doll that's not being used, I try to force it into eye contact with me, and I cross out its little eyes with like a ballpoint pen, like that, really till it starts ruining
That's
the paper.
healthy.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, still convinced that they're looking at me, and then forcing them to not look at me, or to No, I it's the reverse. I draw their eyes looking at me. I draw in the eyes because they're refusing to make eye contact with me.
I wish there was a way I could make you make a roll to see if you accidentally get a human, but there's not really a great mechanical option. Amazing.
But yeah, so I'm doing that and just casually talking about how all the people in these photographs are probably dead.
And I mean, the dolls aren't, right? There's something reassuring about that. You are not a doll. You're going to die, like all the humans. You're not a doll. You're like confronting your own mortality in a way that's actually vaguely comforting, given the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pack up that room of dolls at my house.
No, it is.
It's understandable.
Are you gonna try to put this by the phone or by your voicemail? Sorry, Ruby. Are you gonna put this by your machine, your answering machine, or something?
Yes, I am. The finished piece that we've made together, this Mercedes Museum advertisement, I kind of hang it, kind of pin it right above the answering machine, where I have it in the kitchen.
Mhm.
Um,
Awesome.
yeah.
When the evening wraps up, you go to bed, having probably a little bit of fitful sleep. The sun comes up the next morning, as it always does. And I will say, Ruby Lee, your offering is missing in the morning.
Take that as a good sign.
So yeah, everybody meets up at Mercedes's to start preparing for the luncheon.
Yes.
Is it theorizing move time, my friends?
I think it's
I
theorizing.
think so.
Yeah. Do you want to jump forward till they all get here and then lock all the doors?
Well, so
I feel like
Yes.
you can
Yes.
theorize first, right?
So,
And
yeah,
then
so you
then we can
theorize, then you'll
Yeah.
make the roll, and then based on the roll, you may or may not get the opportunity to encounter your killer. Right. So you can
Gotcha.
figure out what it is, and then we can say you do all those things. Then you can kind of narrate how that goes.
And you guys
Let's
each
do
just
it.
cleared a condition, right?
Yep.
We sure
Yes.
did. I no
Are
longer
you
see
still
doll
mortified?
people.
I'm
Just
still
the dead
mortified. It's
people.
fine. It's fine.
Me avoiding eye contact with Dr. Brown all day.
I will be if they arrive, if they show up. I'm secretly hoping they don't show up. So I think as we're there, I'll just be like, okay, so I saw another thing, and I'll tell you about the muddy footprint. It was big. It was a big footprint outside of the museum. So
Interesting.
for me, it's between Bill and Lillian. It's one of the two. I think they both have motives. I can't decide.
I don't know. I think I have a good feeling about Bill. I think he's just a a very hardworking security guard. He's got some strange interests, but don't we all?
Speak for yourself.
There's a
know,
real habit of y'all deciding this is the guilty party early on. They are a creep. And then all of a sudden at the last minute swerving on me. Continue.
I don't know.
Bill is a total freak, but if you like him, then obviously he can't be the killer.
I mean, it's too obvious, right? It's like in all the Amanda Delacourt, it's like there's the one creepy guy, and it's like it's definitely
true.
him, but it's never him, right?
But he could be like a patsy. Like what if he's like he's the fall guy, you know? Like maybe like
Oh,
it's Lily, but like knowing the devotion, like maybe Lillian used
mhm,
Bill.
yes.
Am I being too complicated?
What
Am I
his
being-
love for? No, I get it. Makes sense.
No,
It makes sense.
I think you're right. I think Lillian is a little fraying at the edges with this Dr. Edwards's books. It really seemed to get under her skin aggressively. But she's smart.
What?
And she's very crafty. Did you see
And
the
the
little doll
rejection
clothes?
letter. I know. The rejection letter. She says
So the rejection letter, that was the one for
so it was I found it when I opened the doll case and messed with the sheriff, and it was that Lillian was rejected from an institution that she was applying for like to basically be in a position like Dr. Edwards,
yes.
but didn't get.
Yes.
Yes.
Why is Ruby evil?
Yes.
Yes. I'm like, wait a second. Is it actually Ruby and Bill that did this crime?
So we need to incorporate the clues. So
Yes.
that's
Well, we've got the
the-
rejection letter. That's
And the
part of
book.
the motive.
the rejection letter
And
and
the
the book. Where's the book?
Top left, the modernization of rural America.
Yes.
I almost said the modernization of Dr. Edwards. That's not.
Death is kind of modernizing, don't you think?
You know, in a way, sure.
The poem "To Be Real."
Is it okay if
Maybe
I start moving the clues down, just the ones that we've done?
Yeah, I'm just checking them off as we.
Oh yeah, you're on there.
And y'all
I'm
can
on
move
there.
anything around on the map that you want at any time. And draw
We've
arrows.
overheard some gossip that the museum's going out of business, and we're thinking that Lillian maybe somehow manipulated Bill into doing something. Maybe she
Well-
used that gossip in order to manipulate him into doing something that would almost plant evidence to what's the term I'm looking for? What's the term? Implicate him. Like
Yes.
and that's why the muddy footprint is outside the windows, because he jumped in through the window in order to.
Well, and
to plant
Dr. Brown Willoughby said herself that like this will bring attention, and she said it in a negative way. But what if Lillian thought it might keep the
Yes.
doors open, because then people would come.
Mm.
Then,
Yes. This
Do
does
you
make
think-
sense.
The footprint. Do you think she was also breaking some of the dolls to upset Bill?
Oh,
that's where I
most
was
certainly.
going. I think because we found that the antique doll with the
broken
head
doll.
broken,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
shards
teapot.
of broken teapot.
Wait,
Yes.
so Lillian committed this crime to help the museum persist, but chose to break the dolls?
Well, just a
She's-
couple.
Just a few of them. You know, the less important ones. The ones that didn't have historical value in her eyes.
Maybe they weren't like Brindlewood enough.
Exactly.
Maybe they weren't Brindle dolls.
They're
Maybe they were just
imported
other dolls. But
Exactly.
but
Or not historically accurate enough in their construction.
or somehow
Very, very particular.
Not
um,
and that's why he had the doll making wire, because he was trying to repair them.
yes.
What's this Lillian Atherton vision? The scholars have scandalous ideas in their books.
There was a vision of her
Was this tied to the tarot?
I think this was tied to the tarot, where she was really angry about the books being written.
That's right.
Would the shards of the broken teapot also count as part of things she might have broken in there?
I think like there's a lot of things, a lot of these clues were about trying to direct either attention away from her to other parties, and also and specifically she, I think, started like kind of like closing the loop on like, I'm gonna frame Bill on this.
So maybe the crime was
wonder
actually
if
committed with a teapot. She only cleared out some of it. She missed a shard, and she got a fake doll to make it look like it was done by a doll, so nobody would think it was her. And Bill might get caught in the middle of it because he cares about dolls so much he'd try to repair it. And then
Fingerprints and things. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
All right.
I was gonna say there
like-
was poison in the teapot, but that's cooler. I like that one.
Blunt force trauma is
It
cooler.
could have been, right? Like you could poison people and then also hit them on the head.
It's
And
true.
I'm gonna say that
You gotta
David's
daze them
essay-
first.
Well, she's old. She's not that strong. Not like me. So
Exactly.
she would have needed to weaken him first. Let down, get his
Exactly.
Keep
senses
that one
down.
in the t-shirt suggestion pile, Atlas. You gotta daze them first.
You gotta daze them first.
So what about
It'll
David's?
still razzle dazzle.
What's
I got
David's-
this one.
Oh,
David's
Okay.
essay is a work of an absolute idiot. But at some point he goes into a lengthy description of an interaction like this is like kind of a stream of thought thing, and like there's nothing up there. But he's at some point he goes into a lengthy description of an interaction between Dr. Edwards and Lillian, where they were having a conversation where he was just observing, as they were doing studenty things around here, and she said, and he's like, it was totally insane that she threatened to murder you.
Oh, and there's like a big circle around that part that's like not relevant to the topic.
Not relevant.
This was not meant to be a stream of consciousness reflection essay. You were supposed to be writing about the history of Brindlewood.
See me in my office
No,
No,
hours.
she said, I want to kill you.
He said, I will see you dead before you come back into this museum.
Mhm.
So,
I love it.
do we have a theory for Sean's masterpiece here? Poem.
I feel like I don't know if I have theory, but I feel like this is almost like a manifesto of Bill. Like this
Yes.
feels like the red herring. Like this is actually just truly Bill's masterpiece of a poem.
Yeah.
she stole a page from Bill's book of poems and planted it on the
Yes.
scene.
Well, it wasn't on the
and
scene.
she-
Wasn't it in like a random
It
picnic
was like,
table?
it wasn't some random picnic table.
Yeah.
I wonder if.
We don't have to do all the clues. I
Right.
feel like
This was
Wait.
I thought this was a void.
I
clue.
do think.
No, it is a regular clue. What's really funny is it kind of deviated from the original ultra specific instructions that I gave. And I was worried that if I told you what those were, y'all would be like, it has to be Bill. Because it was an erotic handwritten love poem written on old paper. But I think something got lost in translation and Sean lost a couple of those
I mean, I can
descriptors.
see that this is a little bit sweaty.
It's a
But
little.
I feel like
it's a little
that would be
erotic.
anyway.
I mean, this is erotic for a man who is obsessed with dolls.
But also,
Exactly.
we've decided
The
it's innocent.
starchy shorts and knee-high socks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Can't argue
I
with
think Bill is
I
but a
open this
patsy,
can of
but just a
worms.
creepy patsy.
Yeah. But I mean, I think you could be right that it could have been planted specifically to be found, right? In a public place. Like, why would he have left this in a public place?
That's true.
You know.
That's true.
Lillian
I like that.
Was like,
Especially
"Just take
since-
this and plant it in the. She
Yeah.
was the reason. She
And it was by the
implanted
fish
the
market.
thought in our minds.
She did.
Well, and
That
it's
Bill was creepy.
it's a weekly fish market that like a lot of people would be at. So it's likely to be
Exactly.
found.
This is true.
Lillian, I will say Lillian probably knows us and what we've been
Yes.
getting into, right?
Right.
So she thought she was going to turn the power of the Brindlewood Bay Murder Club to her own ends.
She knows I can't resist the food truck area.
Another
People are always
Question
writing
for
us
merch.
off because we're these older
I
women.
bet she planted the lotion, or the sunscreen flask too.
it was to lure you there. Right? Like-
I knew the whole time.
This is the first time you say that out loud. I'm like, wait, the lotion is a flask?
Did you think I was just drinking sunscreen this whole
I
time?
don't ask questions of my friend Ruby unless it feels helpful. Okay.
If you see me drinking sunscreen and you think it's normal sunscreen, please say something. Something's terribly wrong.
All right. Well, we'll talk about your drinking another time.
Not like you're not the other thing, not the other problem.
It's fine. It's a little, little.
So
what's a little day
just
drinking
so
among
that
friends?
we're clear, the note is have an intervention if you think I'm drinking sunscreen. Otherwise, do nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Reels write themselves. Awesome. So y'all are gonna get a +4 to this roll because you incorporated 10 clues and it's a complexity of 6. So you're gonna get a +4. You roll 2 d6s and add 4.
Just feeling lucky.
You feeling lucky,
Not
Chuck?
me.
You've all actually
I'm
gotten
not
some bad rolls today and some good rolls. So
I can do it if you guys don't want to do it. I can. But...
Go for it.
We can always take a crown. I have a crown in my pocket that I'm ready to roll out if I need to.
But
you end up retiring your character really early.
It's a
Can
queen
anyone
crown.
Can anyone do a crown, or does it need to be the person who rolls?
Also, all it would mean is that, the solution would be incorrect and I get to react. So
That's fair. All right. Let's do it. It was Bill the whole time. Take us away, Mimi.
It was your mom
Right.
the whole time.
There we go.
Almost made it a whole episode.
There you go.
This is good. I rolled a 9 plus 4.
Whoa!
There we go.
Okay,
Take that, Lillian.
how is your luncheon gonna unfold? Y'all are basically getting what you want here. Tell me.
I mean, I don't have a perfect idea, but I do feel like it should be something with the tea of despair because of the teapot. That's all I got. That's my offer.
Are you gonna serve the tea to?
My offer.
Yeah. This is like a tea party.
Okay, so everybody comes in. They sit around. You've made gorgeous little like finger sandwiches, like cucumber sandwiches, and these decorative tiered plates, and it is very much like in the style of a high tea. But there's plenty to eat, even for the young students. And when it comes time to pour the tea, there's a couple of identical teapots. So maybe one of you is holding the tea of despair, the others have a different tea, and then someone's just narrating their theory of the crime.
I think we're all sort of talking and we're gossiping, and I was so curious about this, right?
Mm.
And
I love
how
it.
all of the things seem to point to Bill. Oh yeah. Right? Kind of like, oh, Wyman, did you think about this? And really just kind of like dictating it
in this
to.
room.
I'm hoping that Wyman is there.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone you've invited is there. All of the suspects are there. I think. Did you invite everybody you met in the fish market too? Or did you leave them out of it?
I don't know that I had the idea to invite them, but like
Just
once I
Newt
found
Girl.
out everybody had to stay at the inn, I was just like, bring the whole class.
I believe Ruby called up Newt Girl and was like,
Yes,
Oh,
Newt Girl's got to be here. Amelia's
and I
gotta
feel
be
like
here.
Can we call up the DA?
If there were, you could. If there's a way to cheer up Pierre, like this would be it.
Oh, Pierre's invited.
Yeah, let me grab the DA for you because I have her here somewhere.
I think I'll finally have my first conversation with the Newt Girl and be like, I thought of this book by Elizabeth Delacourt the other day that had a newt in the title.
It's amazing. Just like, is it a real newt?
Amanda Delacourt, sorry.
Like a real newt? Like a
No, it's made of a brushed nickel, and but it ends up being the key to a murder mystery.
I could give it a shot. It'd be better.
You don't seem nearly as excited as I was hoping.
I thought it was like a real newt. Like the newts were solving the mystery, but I wouldn't want any of them to be murdered. Maybe this is for the best.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So,
it's like that movie Sheep Detectives, but with newts.
So T is going around, and I don't know, Mercedes, you seem the most theatrical, so maybe you're the one that's like waiting to deliver the accusation as Lillian kind of picks up her tea of despair and is ready to sip it. And as soon as she takes that sip of despair, you point and accuse.
Sure. Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. It tastes like ash in your mouth when you're caught. No.
she freezes, makes eye contact with you, and downs the rest of the cup, sets it down, and says, "Child, despair belongs to the fragrant void." And the sheriff comes in with the deputy and says, you're under arrest for the murder of, James Edwards. and they take her away, but she is oddly calm.
I was hoping she'd try to run and I could tackle
Suspicious.
her.
The DA comes up to you and
Me
says,
too.
clearly, I have underestimated you.
Yeah,
I
you have.
I apologize. It sounds like you've documented everything. Would you be able to walk me through it, gather all the appropriate evidence? I want to make sure these charges stick.
While after we finished the Mercedes Museum Fantastical Doll scrapbook, we scrapbooked the entire mystery together, in a nice little binder with little art,
You know those
labels.
scissors that like
Annotations in the margins.
Yeah, with little edges.
yeah, like the scissors where you can cut the edges and border out around it.
Yeah,
and
it's like a
little stickers.
beautiful
Yes.
binder
And
scrapbook
it
that
says
looks like it should be
theory
a
of the
family time.
crime,
But
like
yeah.
calligraphy theory of the crime in the front. Yeah. You hand it to her and she's just completely mystified because your methods are unconventional, but people
But they
said
work.
the same about me. And she kind of gives you a wink and we'll walk off. So you can check off the box for you've successfully solved the mystery.
I don't like
We
her.
did it.
Make sure you go ahead and check off your other items. I have a little bit of an epilogue. I also know we like to do stars and wishes and sparkles. Quick round of stars, wishes, and sparkles, and then I'll give you the epilogue. I'm going to abstain this time from stars, wishes, and sparkles. Chat, you are welcome to join us for this. Anybody want to go first? So stars being props for someone else, wishes what you want to happen next or something you want in the future, and sparkles something you did that you're proud of. I will call on people. Go for it.
Me?
Go for it.
Okay, stars. Stars is the thing I loved the most. I really loved Mimi trying to escape.
That was really good.
That was really good. I also thought Ruby really shone in scrapbooking, and her turnaround on Bill was also just wishes. Man, I want to throw down with the DA sometime.
You're picking fights everywhere.
Yeah.
Sparkles?
Sparkles?
What do you like that you did?
What do I like that I did? I like that Mercedes isn't taking shit from anybody.
I feel like it's got to catch up to you at some point, but yes.
I mean, like,
amazing. I love it.
I think I'm fine with that, but I
when
think
you booped the sheriff.
I think you have to. I think if you're gonna commit to that thing, if you're not gonna take shit from anybody, you have to not take shit from anybody, regardless of whether you're gonna catch shit in the end, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's
just
my life motto.
Also, like
Mercedes
has lived a life, right? Like she cares.
We got one from chat I want to mention. Stars for the accent work. And also stars specifically to Dakota for do nothing until you see me actually drinking lotion. Heather, do you want to go next?
Sure. I think a star for Gustavo for the idea. I think it was you who of like the book. Like it's really the gift shop was really a front for selling this book. I just really like that whole detail was really funny. And Dakota, I really enjoyed your heart to heart with Bill. I think that was actually the turning point for me where I was like, we're not gonna let Bill take the fall for this.
Bill's just a nice man who talks to dolls.
Bill,
yeah, he's just a sweet weirdo, you know. And then wishes. I think the next time I get to play, I want to take more swings with the crowns. I've been playing it pretty safe with the crowns, but I think it's time for Mimi to go a little in her backstory. And sparkles. I don't know. I kind of liked taking the fail on the I totally
I
you
loved it.
actually like really I blanked on the her thinking I was flirting. I was like, no, this should really be a fail, I guess. Sometimes you gotta take it. You gotta take the
I
L.
I
Sometimes you
completely
gotta take
agree.
it.
I think it might come from my inner anxiety of like being autistic and trying to read facial expressions. So that might have been a
Well,
bit of protection.
I'm also ace, so that happens to me a lot. Where things get misunderstood, so I was like, "This is
Solidarity.
perfect."
Amazing. Dakota, your turn.
Yeah. Um this session was so much fun because of everybody involved. Stars,
Including Atlas.
I think, including
Always.
Atlas, always. Um stars to I'm gonna say to Mercedes for just, dealing with the dolls with Ruby. Just, the creepy dolls. Also stars to Mimi to being completely oblivious about the creepy doll thing. I love that dynamic so much. Just like weird things are happening and Mimi's just like, I'm
I'm
gonna
in a
put
different
a
movie.
I trust
Really.
my friend.
I'm gonna put a Chihuahua jersey on the sheriff.
So good.
It's so good. I love it so much.
And then getting away with it. Oh my god.
And then getting away with it, and the escape was so amazingly done. It was so much fun. Wishes, um, just more.
Just more.
Just more. Just more. It's been so much fun. I'm looking forward to figuring out what's going on with this conspiracy, and why was Lillian so chill with drinking the despair tea, and why was she okay with getting taken away? Curious to see what's going on with that. And Sparkles, um, I like that it came around on Bill. He was real creepy at the beginning, and then the dolls did start talking to Ruby, and she's like, I can't say he's crazy anymore because I also heard that, and started thinking about things from his perspective, and then just, he's an all right guy.
I really did not expect that turn, and I was confused every step of the way, but I'm here for it.
And I wasn't expecting it either, and then I was like,
I'm actually
you know what? Yeah, I did. They did start talking to me, Bill. You were right.
I'm
I
shocked
can't even argue.
you didn't ask the dolls what happened, but that's okay.
But,
No, that was
I was still a
amazing.
little
That
too
was
scared.
amazing. I think
To be
that's
fair, I didn't know that was an option.
Would you even believe
Maybe
that?
didn't know.
Mimi couldn't have. As written, you need to have had a certain amount of crowns to be able to talk to the dolls. Luckily,
Oh,
we weren't
great.
far enough along that the dolls could have been suspects in the murder.
Mhm.
That is an option.
I love that that's an option.
It's an option, but we're not far enough along in the void mystery yet. That said, yeah. Y'all are amazing. I'm having a great time. But I'm going to take you to that evening. After the luncheon, everyone's quite celebratory. Even when you're sticking around and helping Mercedes clean up, it feels like a party. Maybe you have a couple drinks and have dinner together before you head home. But, I mean, this is like you're where you belong, doing what you should be doing. You have a purpose. Maybe it's the first time in a while, Ruby, that like you do feel that kind of grounded since your husband passed. There's a voicemail message waiting for you, and not a big surprise, right? You click play, and you hear that familiar voice. Miss Ruby Lee, I am highly amused by your forgery, and tickled pink by what you've set in motion. Let's go ahead and call this a win. But hey, games with a winner usually have a loser too, right? You have a good night. Clicks off.
What does that mean?
After Mimi leaves, Mercedes, your place feels a little bit empty, but you've got enough personality to fill it, right? Are you a night owl? You stay up for a while? Honest question 101.
I think that Mercedes occasionally struggles with insomnia. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even if you have a bit of a fitful sleep, you do get to see the sunrise in the morning. And you have a similar feeling to Ruby in that, like, there's a lot of unanswered questions here. There's probably some loose ends that are bothering you a bit. She was awfully calm, and you couldn't stomach that despair tea. And you kind of start doubting, like, is that just normal tea? Did I forget that I put it out? Or I don't know. But as you see, like, the rays of sun lighting up your garden, coming into the home, you realize that it doesn't really matter. You have your friends, you have purpose. You think you can make a difference here and figure out whatever darkness is happening. Like, you can't hide from the light forever. And then you hear a knock at the door. When you answer, it's Sheriff Dalrymple, a very somber expression on his face. He says, Mercedes, you are under arrest on suspicion with connection to the disappearance of George Maplethorpe. And he's going to handcuff you and take you to the sheriff's car. And that's where we'll leave off. Yay.
Oh, shit.
Well, clearly, we're going to pick undermine an authority figure as our question for next episode.
Especially
Jailbreak.
because next week and the week after, we will be once again having a group film in person. So in-person Murder Board is back, and that group does include Gustavo and Mercedes, as well as Chris and Sean will be coming back for that one. After that, we're going to get to finally catch up with Caitlin and Scott, whom we haven't seen them or their mavens in a while. So yeah, next 4 weeks are Brindlewood Bay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye, folks.
Night.